midst of this busy schedule, shall we have a DT based activity delivery today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Instead of delivery, why don't we have a project presentation or ideathon, like pitching? I want you all to decide over idea where we can adopt our irrigation techniques in a very improvised manner. Improvised techniques could be used, and so that any idea that will be sustainable and that will be environmental friendly could be taken up today. Can we do that?
Yes, ma'am.
So our activity today is going to be how we can impart design thinking based utilization of irrigation methods in recent trends, that is automating the irrigation techniques. Okay, so this is going to be your problem statement, because we do know that wherever we go the water gets wasted, and in order to reduce that wastage we are trying to utilize different kinds of systems. So for that I am hoping that you guys can come up with any idea or a product development, and we could utilize them in order to make it in an efficient system. Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay, it is up to you. Have few minutes of discussion among yourself, and then you guys can present your idea. Okay, pitch it. So guys, let us discuss about that topic. Okay, you guys have discussed among yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether are you all ready for your idea pitching now?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it one single project or different projects?
One single project.
Okay, fine. Over to you.
So yeah, in our local communities, farmers depend heavily on natural water sources like ponds and irrigation canals for their daily farming needs. So however, these water bodies are increasingly being covered by a fast-growing aquatic plant, which is hyacinth, called hyacinth. At first glance, it may look harmless or even beautiful, but in reality, it creates a serious problem. So farmers often face a frustrating situation where water is available, but it is not accessible. The dense growth of these plants block the flow of water, making it difficult to farmers to irrigate their fields. As a result, the soil dries quickly, crops do not receive consistent moisture, and farmers are forced to water their fields more frequently. This increases both their effort and cost. So many farmers cannot afford advanced irrigation system, so they struggle with basic water management. This problem not only affects their income but also impacts our food production and sustainability in the long term. So we deeply understood the challenges posed by farmers, crops and the environment.
Okay. What else is there?
So this issue is commonly used in tropical region where warm condition, temperature and nutrient-rich water allows water hyacinth to grow rapidly. Within a short period, it can completely cover ponds and some other place. Another major issue is what happens after removal. When this plant is cleared from water bodies, it is usually dumped as water. Large piles of this biomass accumulate, creating this disposal problem and sometimes even environmental pollution. So we are not dealing with just one problem. We face two problems. So first is inefficient water availability for agricultural use and the utilizing of this removal plant materials. This made us realize that the problem is both environmental and agriculture. Instead of treating water hyacinth as waste, we saw an opportunity to rethink its role and find a meaningful use for it.
Okay.
Based on our understanding, we clearly defined that our problem statement that our goal was not just to remove the plant but also make a value for it. We asked ourselves, how can we convert this unwanted invasive plant into a useful solution that helps farmers? More specifically, how can we use this material to solve the issue is soil moisture loss in agriculture. Farmers need a simple, low cost and effective method to maintain soil moisture without depending on expensive technology. So our focus was to design a solution that is affordable, easy to use and suitable for rural conditions. By defining the problem this way, we shifted our thinking from removal of waste to conversion into a resources. This mindset helped us to move toward a more suitable and practical solution.
Fine.
During the ideate stage, we closely observed the physical properties of water hyacinth. One key observation was the plant has natural porous sponge-like structure. This means its the ability of absorb cold water and then efficiently. The observation became the turning point and with thinking. Instead of seeing it was a problem, we started seeing a potential solution. Can this plant act as a natural water storage management of crops? Then the idea led to us explore the concept similar to the hydrogels and mulching techniques, but the natural and biodegradable material. We brainstormed multiple ideas and finally focused on creating a product that can store water and release it slowly to plants. This approach allowed to use the natural properties of the plant, meaningful and then innovation.
Okay, very good. So your idea is very much more effective. What is it?
So now I'll explain the solution testing. So our final solution is a slow release irrigation pad made from processed water hyacinth. The pad is designed to be placed near the root zone of plants. The working is simple but effective. During irrigation or rainfall, the pad absorbs water and stores it. When the surrounding soil becomes dry, it gradually releases that stored water. To validate our idea, we developed a basic prototype and conducted small-scale tests. We observed that the pad was able to absorb approximately 1.5 to 2 times its weight of water. We also found that soil with the pad remained moist for a longer duration. In addition, plants grow with the pad show better growth and healthy appearance. These results clearly indicate that the concept is practical and has strong potential for real-world applications.
Okay.
Impact of our project. Our solution creates multiple positive impacts across different areas. First, it converts an unwanted invasive plants into a useful agricultural product. This reduces waste and supports environmental sustainability. Second, it helps in water conservation by reducing irrigation frequency and maintaining soil moisture effectively. This is especially important in areas facing water scarcity. Third, it is the low cost and environmental friendly solution that can be easily adapted by farmers without requiring complex technologies. Although our current prototype is basic, it successfully demonstrates the core component and feasibility of the idea. With features development and optimization, this can be scaled into a practical product for real world uses. In conclusion, our project shows that a problem can become a solution when we change our perspective. We are not just removing a weed but transforming it into a sustainable water saving solution for agriculture.
Okay. So that means you guys are very much indulged in utilizing the waste, that is your weed, plant, hyacinth, and converting them into a valuable product. It is like wealth from wealth out of waste. Very good. And that too, now from your idea, it is very clear that hyacinth has a property to absorb the moisture. So if that's the case, obviously we can convert them into a coir pit and use soilless culture. So very good pitching. Maybe we'll try this, innovate into a very different theme and then convert it into a product and try to come up with a very good solution for the problems that could arise in the future. Can we do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See you in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.